Read the hit. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
Are we ready for Vinegar Syndrome? Are we ready for this?
No. We're not ready, but we're going to be emotional. We're going to look at all these things. We're going to wish we could buy them. And maybe, just maybe, we might be upset, or we might just be like, oh, money saved in our wallets today for this time.
I think this is going to be some cool stuff. Hey there, Robert. Hey there, David.
Hey, Robert. Hey, David.
Sure if my dad's in.
We should have it.
I'm not sure. He should be in here soon. Well, like in the comment section. Dad, if you're there, say hello.
Dad, you got to be here because your long lost son has returned. I'm here.
I am so ready for this. It's been a while, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing a live. Am I going to be able to do this again? And I've been on other people's lives, so I haven't had to like host or do any of this like stuff. So it's like, it's been cool. For those that have been watching that, I've been doing Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel the last couple of times. They put me in as a guest. And so I want to thank Master Chaos for that. That was pretty freaking awesome. And I have been working behind the scenes doing stuff, making videos. My last 2 videos, if you haven't seen them, I'm really proud of. So check them out. The unappreciated label thing is getting a sequel next week. And a shorter one. That one was ran like 49, 50 minutes long. So it's going to be around 20, 25 minutes. But I wanted to follow it up because I got a lot of feedback on that one. But dude, you're back. I have some plans for us. Hey, Alan, welcome, dude. The MVD DVD releases. Oh, they did sidekicks from MVD. It's not the case, right? Like if Vinegar Syndrome does it, you're like, well, it's an action movie. We'll see an MVD rewind version of it.
I'd be surprised if they don't do a standard Blu-ray as well at some point. MVD, I mean.
Oh, I'm sure they'll do a standard Blu-ray. They normally do Blu-ray and DVD copies of almost everything that they do, and they'll do 4Ks too. The 4Ks are a bit expensive sometimes, I find.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I was telling you this the other day, and another people on here bought from them. I used to buy from Oldest quite a lot because it'd be like $10 for the first title, and then $1 shipping for the next, internationally.
Yeah.
Now it's like $15 for the first movie, and it's like $2.50 for each one after. So that makes it not worth.
It is going to get more expensive, my friend. That's why a lot of us, and that's why I'm doing a mini-series coming up on the channel, talking to you, talking to hopefully Sim and Dave, talking to hopefully Maddie, might be another surprise guest there too, talking about how collecting for us has changed.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to doing that, actually. And I'm looking forward to us getting back to doing maybe, if you're in the mood for it, maybe doing a little bit more regular on the live. At least maybe.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that, actually. I missed them. I'd like to.
I do too. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, I'm not going to miss this. And then I get like hour before I'm doing it, and it gets like, my blood gets pumping. So I didn't have my coffee. This is my first coffee in the morning. I went out grocery shopping right away this morning. So I'm out, I'm loading up my cart with Pepsi Zero, because Pepsi Zero is the freaking king of the zero colas, And so I buy everyone in the store. I'm not joking. Like, I bought everyone in the store. And I'm buying like my ramen and stuff like that because I eat like a high school student or uni student. I eat like a uni student. And in reality, that's my life. That's how I am. Let's look at the Vinegar Syndrome. Look at us here looking all like Cisco and Uridisk with the at the movie type thing. Let's look at the FAQs. I want to see exactly what's going on here. Guys, let me know what you're thinking. shout out your comments, your suggestions, your things that you want to see on this channel in the comment section. So it is happening in half an hour. Announcements, pre-orders, options for newly announced Vinegar Syndrome released, and then another newly announced Vinegar Syndrome released, a new VSU, which I think a lot of us know what it is. It was kind of leaked. I won't say anything until it actually comes out, but if you know, you know. New Cinema Graph, I think I know what that is too. And at the everything package, 4 Vinegar Syndrome titles, 1 VSU, 1 VSA, 1 VSL, 2 Cinemagraphs. 2 Cinemagraphs?
Oh, yeah.
And secret release. Hopefully, what we'll get here, Malcolm, is we will get some nice clues, because it's been a while since I got some good clues. So you've gotten some of the. Are you still on the subscription at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Nesting, that's one that I want. I like that movie a lot. I don't care what people say. I love the Nesting. Love Murder Rock. Those are 2 I would grab.
And that's for the first time the other day, because it came. I watched it for the first time because I never had a chance to before. It's all right. There's some good cast members in it. May in the house. It's got some good kills in it, but it lacks that fortune magic I feel that his other titles have. But it's not a bad film at all. It's just lacking that little bit, in my view. I mean, I know a lot of people love it.
Actually, not a lot of people love it, but I'm just one of those like outliers.
Oh, really? They don't? I thought they did.
No, I like it, but it's considered one of his lesser work, which is true. It's just, you know, I got a soft spot for it. But I'm like that with a lot of like the film. I like a lot of the weird films that directors put out.
Yeah,
it's just I'm a weirdo. Like it just, you know,
put that weirdo.
Insert that Jughead like meme anywhere you want to from Riverdale. That's me.
That's you, is it Jughead?
Yeah. When I remember, that's why I kept watching Riverdale, even when it got really horrible. Is I was there, and there's the first season, and it's like the 4th, 5th episode, I think. Like, and Betty is having this party for Jughead, and he doesn't want to party. But he's like, "You're not having this for me. You're doing this for you." He said, "Look at me." He said, "You're a cheerleader." He said, "I'm a weirdo." So I don't fit in. I don't want to fit in. I'm not. No. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so seen right now.
By the way, that hint on the Vinegar Syndrome website, you know, it looks like a bush.
Hold on.
I can tell you exactly what that is. The one that looks like pubic hair.
Do you know what it is? Do you think it is?
Kate Parker's bush. It's a bush. I know that bush anyway.
I think that I'm worried about the brownie one. Yeah, because I saw possibilities of what that is, and I'm like, please don't be what people are guessing.
Well, it's on that jade background, son. It's just jade.
I just want it to be Bad Batch. I don't want it to be Bad Batch. I don't think anybody's like excited. That's not one of those where people may say, if it gets announced, like, I've been waiting for this one for a long time. No, you haven't. You're lying.
It's weird, isn't it? People do that all the time. Like, I remember when Fatal Games came out, I was so excited for it because I had all these memories of it. And when it was announced, I literally screamed in one of my lives, which is really embarrassing to this day. But, you know, you get these other films that nobody cared about or knew about. Everybody starts going on about, oh, it's a fan favourite. And then after like 2 months, that's awful. It's terrible. Why did anyone want it?
Well, it happened to me. Like, I'm a massive fan of Fade to Black. Like, when they announced Fade to Black, they had a T-shirt that was exclusive for that weekend. I bought that T-shirt. I got both Fade to Black T-shirts. I got both slip covers of Fade to Black. And again, it's one of my favorite films. Dennis Christopher's amazing in that. I just think it's a credible film. But a lot of people went in like, oh, I'm so excited. And they hadn't seen it, which is okay. Not everybody's seen everything. But they thought it was a slasher film. And so when it came out, afterwards, people were like, "Oh God, that's not a good. I don't like that." I'm like, "What? What did you think this was? It's a psychological thriller. It's not. It's not a. I know it looks kind of slasher-ish, but it's not a slasher film."
Yeah, that's moments.
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Vinegar Syndrome. They're putting out a lot of stuff that people say are like, "Okay, have they sold out? They're doing like different stuff." But companies, you gotta evolve. You gotta move with get as many eyes on your company as possible. So remember, guys, if it's a release that you're not super into, and it's a bigger title, bigger release, something like that, those bigger releases are the titles that fund your kind of cool niche culty releases that they're able to put out. And that's the way I used to get really bummed about it, right? When they announced Showgirls, I was so bummed. I was on here with Sim and Dave at the time. You weren't here for that one. And I was like, oh man, I'm so excited. What's it going to be? It's not going to be Showgirls. That's just two. And it was Showgirls. And I worked with Umbrella shortly before that. And I got
the documentary, didn't it? The Umbrella one.
Yeah, You Don't Know Me, which is freaking fantastic.
That's not the Vinegar Syndrome one. That's ridiculous.
The Vinegar Syndrome one should have came with it. I don't care about the documentary. They don't need that. I got that. Come with Showgirls 2 Pennies from Heaven. Have you seen that?
Many years ago. Many years ago.
Oh man, that is room levels of joyously bad, and I am there for it. I love it. I am all about it.
Saying what you were saying now about these bigger titles, what I think people forget is, whether you like it or not, that's a sign of a company getting bigger. You're going to get bigger titles. You're going to get bigger releases. Those bigger releases are the only way to make your company sustain and become bigger as the time goes. Obviously, we know, they moved the adult titles so they could do that. So it's not like it's a big secret, but they're sneaking them in. My only problem with it isn't the releases. My biggest problem with it is as a subscriber, because I'm international. Some of the bigger titles might be released over here, so it feels like a wasted spot for me. Do you get what I mean? But that's my own personal, and I'm sure other international personal issues. It's not an issue with the company itself, because they do great releases.
Yeah, for you always got to watch, because 80 films, they have certain releases. In North America, MVD is going to eventually put out certain releases. Mill Creek put out an amazing Nishna Rad after they're on Blu-ray. They put out that Mondo Steelbook. And for those that know them,
you love that Steelbook.
Steelbook collecting community, Mondo they're the company that puts out the best Steelbooks.
Especially when it comes to their Marvel films. My God, they look beautiful.
Oh God, yeah. It definitely feels like a postmodern proto slasher, like Hatchet for the High Moon or Scream Bloody Murder. Yeah, it does have that type of feel to it. Makes me want to watch it again. I literally was wearing the T-shirt earlier before I had my shower.
Are you going to pick up the 4K if you ever see it cheap?
Yes, because it's not just. I'm not picking for the 4K though. I don't give a rat's ass about the 4K part of it.
Extras,
but there's new features. There's new extras. And there's new commentary and stuff like that. And that's what I'm there for. I'm there for extra features, extra commentary, stuff like that. But it has to be a movie that I like. It has to be a movie that I'm into. One thing that I've found, Malcolm, since I moved to Morocco 3 years ago, is I'm usually, if I'm jetting off somewhere, if I'm buying movies, I'm either jetting off to Paris or Spain. Most often Spain.
Jetting off. I like that. Jetting off. Like you're this prince from across the land. Getting across.
For those that don't know, me going to Spain is like someone going on the bus. It's that cheap. That's what it's like. But the thing is, it made me realize, okay, a lot of these features, a lot of these films are in a language I don't know, man. So I better like this movie if I'm buying this movie. Yeah. Because I'm not going to understand what the hell they're saying feature-wise, and I'm probably not going to understand the commentary either.
Do what I do. Just make it up. Get it in to sit next to you, and just do voiceovers.
I want to do a voiceover thing. When I was a kid, way before Mystery Science Theater came around, I used to riff on films before riffing was a thing. Me and my cousin Raj would do it too. And we'd be watching horrible movies. And I think it started with things like A Man Called Rainbow, which is why does that not have a release? Did you remember the movie? I freaking love that. So what it was, guys, is Rebel. He put out a movie called Rebel. And I want to see that put out on a. They did redubbed it to A Man Called Rainbow with these extra scenes and stuff put in there, and I want that so bad. I had it on. We watched it. Me and Raj rented it on a VHS, Malcolm, and it was we rented the same night we rented Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, what a
Damn.
freaking double feature that was! I was so excited. I still am.
Oh, it's gonna be one of the Vinegar Syndrome announcements now. You watch.
Oh, that would be like, then I like if Mom was here, I'd be like, Mom, Christmas present, right, right there, because
Christmas
I would watch the
present,
hell out.
deluxe
Do you remember?
edition with all the different versions of it.
Do you remember? You've seen the movie with with the Pillsbury Doughboy scene where they
Yeah,
killed
yeah,
Pillsbury.
yeah.
I asked
You know
everybody to give
what? I think there's a lot of great movies like that, but for some reason they don't get released. That's why I get annoyed. It's kind of going off the topic, but it's the same thing. That's why I get annoyed when you get these re-releases continuously of the same old movies. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, am I excited for the Bond 4Ks coming out? Yeah, of course I am. But would I rather it be something that hasn't come out yet? Yes. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't need to be 4K. No, it doesn't need to be thingy, but I'd love to just see like that film get the love it deserves.
There's so many movies that aren't out that I would love to see. Breaking All the Rules is another one that hasn't been out since VHS, and probably because of music. Had a lot of really cool music in it, and that's the issue with I think 70% of the releases that don't come out or that don't get a release. It's music rights.
Well, just look at TV shows when they re-release them, and now they're practically ruined half the time because the music's gone from these important things.
Happy Days, WKRP in Cincinnati, all had music removed from them.
Happy Hills 90210.
I got the first 7 or 8. How many seasons did that run? I got the first 6 or 7
9 or 11, wasn't it? When 9 or 11?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in it. But I think it's only the first season she's in. I was the Beverly Hills 90210 guy. But it was never it was a secondary show because I grew up with Degrassi, the original Degrassi, which was cool. I got Degrassi, and a show that I'm guessing you grew up with was Grange Hill.
Yes.
And I'd see that. It was cool because I watched
Coronation the other day. I was looking into Grange Hill the other day, actually, and I was really gobsmacked to see there was 28 seasons.
Yeah.
I only thought it went to the early 90s. I didn't realize it went on to the 2000s and everything. So disappeared off the radar when I was a kid.
There was a site used to be around back in the day. That's not around anymore. It was a site, one of those nefarious places where you can get shows and stuff like that on your internet in the interwebs, and it was exclusive. You probably know this one. It was exclusively English programming, and it was called The Box, right? And
yes,
it had all the I kicked it up, and it had all the Grange Hill and all that stuff there. It had every freaking season of it, and I had a bunch of them, and the hard drive that was on, because you can't buy them, so I don't feel bad saying, I bought that, because you couldn't buy them.
You can buy Grange Hill actually, so you're a liar. I'm sorry, I have to call this man out. You can buy on disc. You can buy the first 12 series on disc, yes.
Okay, then I would totally buy that. So that is exciting for me.
They're actually quite cheap in CEX if you find them in there over here now.
I will.
Well, next time 2 season sets together.
Because what I was going to say is that hard drive crashed, so I lost everything that was on it. It got corrupted. With the trip.
You always do backups.
Trip from Newfoundland. Yeah, exactly. Trip from Newfoundland to Morocco because I was going to watch something while I was here, and I'm excited but I had some of the later. Did the later seasons ever get released?
No.
When it got darker, because there's some darker episodes.
I think it's because of the time when the times changed. The thing is with the old Grange Hill, they had to edit a lot of the episodes because of certain things being politically incorrect now.
I still love the fact that the teacher was a villain from Coronation Street.
Hey, when you look up most of the cast of Grange Hill, they went into soaps or they went into the Bill or. Well, it sounds like to get crazy doing the record store day. Nice. Did you get for a good price? I guess you did if you paid for it.
Maddie's the friggin' king of thrifting. So he you've seen it, the stuff he gets on there on his Facebook when he's going through those hauls. I'm so jelly of that.
Jelly.
Yeah, we're here waiting for Vinegar Syndrome. People are like, what the fuck are they talking about Green Chill?
You know another show I liked, like Grange Hill, Biker Grove.
Which one?
I'd love to watch that show again, Biker Grove. You probably don't know it. It
Yeah, no, I
was, you know Biker Grove? Yeah,
don't
that's
think
all
so.
that in at one point. I loved
I
that
don't
show as a
understand.
kid, and they used to have that for sale on us and a various website, but I can't find it anywhere now. Just clips, which is really annoying because I'd love to watch it again.
I'm from Newfoundland, and if my dad's here, he'll know this. Like 70% of the shows that we would put on were like UK shows, like but come on, like CBC. Like I grew up with Minder. Oh, God, I loved Minder so fucking much. Minder was such a good show for me.
You actually own it?
Um, the original Minder, like with
Yeah, you own it.
yeah, not like the when I liked it when he was with it, not when the other guy came on after he left, when after Terry left. And I didn't mind the sequel series so much, like but it was yeah, Minder. We had
Yeah,
Minder.
George
We had
Cole's
a
the
great.
man, isn't he? You gotta love George Cole.
He stole the show. Like he was meant to be like a secondary character, but he stole the show.
It was lovely.
I got
His
to ask
game
this
is
again,
past.
everybody. What's your guesses? What do you think this is going to be? Do you have an idea? Do you know? Did you find out when something got leaked online?
I'm going to tell people one of them in the partner labels because I know it's going to excite them. There is a documentary coming out in the partner labels of me and Aaron on YouTube.
That'll be amazing. Can you imagine? Like, what an exciting documentary that would be.
Can you imagine? It'd be like two old men of YouTube. Since I've been here, I think I was here a year longer than you, but obviously on a different account. So
You were like a baby when you were on YouTube
I
first.
was.
Like I've seen you, like you're like a
How
baby.
old would I have been? I'd have been 17, 18 when it started.
YouTube is one of those things that if it had started when I was younger, I would be much bigger than I am right now.
To be fair to you, when you look at the videos of you when you first started, you look like you went from like a 30-year-old to a 90-year-old from the chest. You know, at certain points in the videos.
I love the
Now, at
beard.
least now you look more. I would say more about 70 now.
There we go. YouTube just celebrated its 20th anniversary, and I've been here for
God.
13 of those 20 years,
I've been
which is
here for what?
crazy.
Probably 15 technically. If I can, because I had a wrestling YouTube channel at one point as well. So
Man, no, see,
I got turned down because
I,
of copyright.
I hated YouTube when it first came out. I fucking hated it. I was like, no, I'm not doing that, man. Only reason I started coming to YouTube was I was looking for a movie, like trying to get information on a film, a box set, a screen box set actually, and it was nowhere online. It was a Canadian exclusive, and the only
That's the
place I could
one
find
thing. That's the one thing I love about YouTube when you can see stuff.
yeah, and I was like, that is genius. Like, what? Why? So after I saw that, I started watching like a bunch of people like reviewing stuff and unboxing stuff, and then I started watching like video essays and all this, and I just got really into it. And I said, you know what? And then I see some that weren't that great. I'm like, I can do better than that. So, which is true. Like, so I'm like, okay, not, I don't know if it's true that I can, but I'm like, that I felt that I could. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And my early stuff is pretty rough. Like
Isn't
it's
that how we all get started though? Going, oh, we can do better than this, or I've got more knowledge about this, so I should share because it's very limited about it right now. And then we always start really, really rough because obviously we haven't got the equipment, we're not prepared. We most of the time just do it on the fly, you know, when you start.
Yeah.
And excuse me.
I shot my first videos on an iPhone 4.
And you know, I bought a lamp.
You froze up on me for a second, man.
I thought frozen. I was like, ooh. But you know, I bought a lamp and stuff, and I don't use it because so I was about height. It's really boiling here today. I had the window open, and then they started drilling next door, and I was like, "You son of a," because it's so hot. That's why I'm like this. I'm sweating like anyway.
Well, people that have been following me for a while, I've been able to like see some pretty amazing things. An earthquake.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been a part of 2 earthquakes. I was
Yeah.
your earthquake in the live with you, and I also was in live with someone else, and they had an earthquake in California. So I'm the
Oh,
earthquake bringer.
so goodbye, Malcolm. Oh man. Oh, where are we at? Time wise. Oh my god, it's 5 minutes away.
We're about 5 minutes.
So
If I'm going to tell people this right now, if it
wait,
is Jade and it's its other title, it's a special actor who's in both of those films.
Drop Zone was a cinematography?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right?
Do you know, as good as Umbrella is at putting together sub-labels and giving them unique identity, from Sunburst Screens to Beyond Genres to their Central Cinema, Vinegar Syndrome is equally bad at delineating what a sub-label is. I love their stuff and I collect a lot of labels, but they don't get the sub-label thing right. They start, I think, with an idea of what's supposed to be,
I feel
and then
like
they just
Drop Zone could have easily been a BSA.
yeah, or even VSU. I
Yeah.
can do VSU for that, but that's a weird choice.
Saying that, did you see the new sub-label from Shout Factory? The Hong
Is there
Kong one.
is that the one that's putting at the Jet Li, like boxer?
They're the ones, yeah, they're putting the jelly out, but they're the ones, because they bought the Golden Princess films, didn't they? So they're going to be releasing The Killer, Hard Boiled, Bad Small 1, 2, and 3, and all that. So they've actually done their own label for it now, which I'm actually quite excited for, their own sub-label, because it means they're serious about releasing them.
That's going to be Drop Zone under the radar. Drop Zone's not a bad movie. See, it's not the quality of the film that I'm like. It's the label that it's under.
What was that
It's
other
like
one that was like that with Dennis Rodman and Stephen Baldwin?
Which one? Oh God, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it though.
You remember the one, right, where it's really basic and it's like a cheap man's Drop Zone and Terminal Velocity?
There's a few like that. That's the stuff that I want to see. Is this like weird stuff that doesn't like get released?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. The ones that are still stuck on DVD.
Give me like give me the Lady Dragons and stuff like that. Like, don't give me Fast Getaway. Don't give me Fast Getaway.
Well, they've got, haven't they? Vinegar Syndrome have got Fast Getaway. They're doing a double feature one of it. And I know that for a fact.
Yay! They're not good, great movies. Like they're okay. I mean, I'm sure somebody like Fast Getaway. They're okay.
I'll buy it. It's a completionist, but you're right.
You've got a subscription right now, so you're going to get down. It doesn't matter if you want or not.
Ooh. Alan Story using those scam cards to try and get free media. Ooh.
Well, vanilla Visa cards are cool, but that's how I used to get a lot of my Christmas presents, but because my mom gave me a vanilla card, but nowadays people are like hacking them and getting taking the money off them. Yeah. Like my dad had that issue. Is that he got a card, and when he went to put it in, it had like 1 penny on it. It was like a $50 card, so he had to get it fixed up, which is like. But if anybody actually does that, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's like the people that call. Ever see those scam videos? I love those. People go online and they get the scam callers and they keep them online and invest them. Oh, see that?
I get them all the time. I get them all the time on my phone asking me if I want something, or either with Scarlet with my bank, and I'm like, okay, let me ask you this question. If it's a man, I go, are you single? And then they start going, what the hell? Basically, you can take their voice, and then they hang up.
Now, the best one for me was rare. Most of the ones are from different places, either Like I had ones come from Canada, ones come from different places. One came from Morocco. Only one ever came from Morocco.
Oh,
And he's like, about your computer and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, dude, you got the wrong guy because I can, you want to scam me? I got a place in Morocco. I will come there and beat your ass. And he hung up.
talking about a black exploitation set, Alan, do you have the Boss Blu-ray? Because
Okay,
the other
guys,
two are like it's the trilogy to it.
you want to do it like this or like this? What do you guys want to say? I say like this.
Let's
See it
do it
big
like that. Let's do it like this because it's easier for people, I think, to see it bigger.
because we are almost there.
Carl, try to see in the house.
3, 2, 1. Is it going to go on its own, or we're going to have to refresh it?
Another man, Nick, Vinegar Syndrome Day. Oh,
We all knew it. Okay, so what we got here is we have the Golden Child. I am not at all mad about this one. It's a
I
Michael
haven't
Ritchie
watched the
film.
Blu-ray because I watched the Blu-ray earlier. And the Blu-ray definitely needs an upgrade. The 4K is definitely going to improve it.
This will not be like a day one for me, but I do like this film quite a bit actually.
It's good.
8,000 units. Yeah, Charles Dance, the man himself. So we got a bunch of features. Looks like not a lot of new stuff on here, as far as I can tell. Mostly ported over features. Both new and archival. So there's gonna be some new stuff. Okay. I wish they'd like designate which is new, what's new, and what's not. Like archival. There's a commentary track now?
Possibly, I don't know. It's
So
not my
it's saying
Blu-ray. My Blu-ray is bare bones, so.
But I'm not at all. What do you guys think about Golden Child? Everybody knew. Oh, as Maddie said, gonna be Jade.
Ooh, I don't like that cover that much.
The cover sucks. I'm sorry, I don't like the cover. But I do like the film. I like the film a lot.
It's a bit of trivia for you, right? Both that film and the Golden Child both have Victor Wong in.
Ah, I did not put that together actually. I
Yeah,
was talking to you earlier
It's not on the list on the actors. That's not fair.
about Jade, and because I'm like, Joe Estras wrote Jade, sort of, and then William Friedkin took it and rewrote the entire script.
Well, their prices have gone up to $60.
Yeah. 2 cuts of the film. That's good. The theatrical and the director's cut. That's cool. Cool. And with Joe Esterhazy cursing, right?
Oh dear. It's a decent
Remember,
film. Not a bad
David
film.
Caruso left his TV show, said, "I'm going to be a big star," and then he was back on TV again. Dirty Work,
Gordon Bennett.
like Norm Macdonald. Is that what we're looking at?
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's a surprise.
Not a bad one. I'm not. Don't have an issue with that either. I don't think anything is blowing my mind. Nothing's blowing my mind. Like, I'm not going to lie. Nothing's blowing my mind, but there's some good releases here. There's some good solid releases. Swimming to Cambodia. I know I should remember this movie, but I don't right now. Do you remember it? So if you do.
I thought it was Catch 22, but maybe that's the other one.
Jonathan Demme one. Yeah. Spotting Gray spent 8 weeks in Asia as an actor.
In the book.
What?
So you can get a book with it. There's 100 units where you can get the book.
Ooh, that's nice. 81 left, apparently. That's probably for what would be for me would be the biggest release so far. Is that like as in like just what it is? But let's see what they got for the secret titles. What do they tell us? Because they're supposed to be like a 70s horror, right?
Yeah. And 90s one as well.
For those that don't know, I'm ready to do my dramatic reading. Are you ready to read this, dude?
Got it.
Unimpressed by Eddie Murphy at his 80s best, battling supernatural forces in the 4K UHD debut of The Golden Child, shrugging off the 4K UHD plus Blu-ray debut of William Friedkin's insane erotic thriller Jade, newly and exclusively restored from its original negative and presented in its US theatrical plus its even more insane director's cut, not swayed by the world premiere of the long-lost original and raunchier cut of Dirty Work. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Which we're calling the dirtier cut on 4K UHD along with its theatrical version. We've got a set of terrifying treats that'll be perfect additions to your library with the world 4K UHD debuts of two horror gems. One, a brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s, and the other, a grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. Vinegar Syndrome has newly and exclusively restored both for their stunning UHD debuts. So if you're here for the horror, don't worry, the horror is still here. Heather Josephine. What are you thinking, man?
I'm excited, but I kind of wish one of them had been shown instead of Dirty Work, to be honest.
Josephine, my name is Aaron.
Oh, getting you mixed up, huh?
Yeah, I think so, Ryan.
Yeah, Jay, that's awful.
Yeah, Maddie, it's like that's Norm's movie. I'm excited that there's another cut of it. Norm Macdonald was like an idol of mine. I just thought he was so like naturally funny. And his Saturday Night Live time on behind the desk.
Oh yeah.
It was great. It's what Dennis Miller wanted his Saturday Night to be.
So there's 6 mystery titles.
Well, we got the mystery VSAs. Well, we got the mystery VSA. We got the mystery VS titles. And there's no like word on the VS title. Let's go to this here. Let's see what they say. There's a second surprise made. I'm not down to that part yet, but we'll offer a stunning brand new 4K restoration of a star-studded 80s classic in UHD for the first time. VS secret releases, which we know are the horror ones. And VS, oh, there you go. VSA, which will offer a Hong Kong trilogy of ultra-stylized fights and vengeful mayhem. What do you think that is?
Oh, I'm trying to think of.
Also, VSL. Also, VSL.
The thing is, I don't know if it's going to be. I mean, could it be? No, it's not going to be because they got the rights to that, didn't they? Ooh.
Fuck, this is expensive though, man. $500?
Really expensive.
I'd have to go and
what Golden Princess didn't have, Hong Kong wise. I'm not as good on that as other people, when it comes to the studios. Should have changed. It's going to be something I own probably anyway.
The thing is, and there's a VSL 2 coming out. Also, no slouch in the action department. It blends 2 iconic genres.
And the Galza video one as well. The Galza, so shot video one as well.
Yep. Ready for a late 80s shot on video mayhem? We'll be chomping at the bit for this. Chomping at the bit. Huh. Obviously, your favorite fishing phone. When I go down like this, I feel like Bazooka Joe. Like you at least have his face. I'm not unexcited. This is too pricey for me to go for an absolutely everything.
Is that in Canadian dollars, though?
That, my friend, is probably in Canadian dollars. Yes. Yes, it is. So let's find out if you want to know what this would cost in not gonna let me.
Oh.
Well, that's what costs Canadian dollars. I'm sure it costs less in American dollars than in pounds. But I don't know. There's titles. I'd pick and choose for titles here. I would probably be more interested, just me, because I'm a horror guy. I'm that type of freak.
Yeah.
In the VS secret releases, and the same with your interest in the Hong Kong thing. I'm more interested in these 2 horror releases right here than
I'm interested in the horror. I'm interested in the horror as well. I just always get shocked when I see like a Hong Kong one, like, oh, what's that going to be? You know what I mean? I will say though, I don't think any of the titles that have been announced are bad, but I do think they're not titles that you'd rush to buy unless you were a big fan of individual ones. Like
Yeah, I mean,
Golden
like,
Child, I watched it today. I thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed it, but since I've just watched it, I won't buy the 4K, would I?
I think like
So
people that are kind of big on like on this one, or people that don't know Vinegar Syndrome might come in for this title, the Golden Child.
yeah,
I don't think anybody's coming in for Jade. Like I like Jade. Like I'm a big fan of Jade. Don't like the cover. Don't like the cover design for this at all. I'm just not feeling
no,
it. But I'll be honest in the fact that Jade is not something that I think people are coming in for.
no,
You know, even when Jade came out, when Jade was in the theater, nobody was coming in for it, right? That being said, I'm
yeah.
glad it's getting released because I like the film, and I wish that they would do more of that style of film. Except I want to see them do more of the lower budget style of that film. You know, I've said like from the beginning that I think that that style of title, that kind of those erotica films, like the thrillers, are way underrepresented. I think
Yeah.
MVD probably puts out the most of them, and sometimes they got to put them out like kind of cut.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they are cut.
So
I own every single one of those double packs,
yeah,
and 4 of them are cut.
yeah, that's, and you know, it's just what they could get. That's the thing. Sometimes that's just the case. But I would really like to see either Vinegar Syndrome or some company just like finally put those out. Like I grew up like renting all those, so I watched every Friend of the Family and the you know the
Indecent behaviour,
I remember those, and
Gargoyles,
the one with what's the
Illicit
one with
Mirror.
Tanya Roberts? What's the one with Tanya Roberts? You know where she's like
Um,
she's the nurse and Inner Sanctum. Yeah, Inner Sanctum.
yeah, that's right.
There's like three of those, I
Animal
think.
Instinct.
Oh, Animal Instinct's
You
really
know.
good. Matthew Caulfield's in the first one of those. I'm a big Matthew Caulfield fan. Anybody that likes, you know, Empire Records probably is also a big Maxwell Caulfield fan.
I
Also, a
think the
movie
problem
about
with those
surprised didn't get a
films,
bigger release.
I think the problem with a lot of those movies is they've either got bad cuts in them, or they were filmed in a way that they can't be upgraded too good because they're made for TV most of the time.
Well, there a lot of them are mostly made like straight for VHS releases, and they were made
That's what
fairly
I meant,
cheap.
yeah.
Like Andrew Stevens said, you know, was behind a lot of those, either in front or behind the camera. And Eddie Albert, like Junior, was also did a lot of that stuff. But yeah, there are definitely ones that you wouldn't be putting a 4K on. That's for certain.
No,
No, not the Lon
not
Chaney
that
Jr.
one. It would
Can
be
you
much
imagine
more
Lon
if it
Chaney,
was.
Lon Chaney Jr. and Tanya Roberts in Inner Sanctum?
How about this? Don Shea Jr. as the Wolfman and this erotic thriller.
Do you remember Inner Sanctum? Like it's the one with
Um,
the guy like has a rich like wife, and
it's
you're not
I
quite sure
saw
if
it on
he's like
Channel 5.
evil or not. You
I
know,
saw it on Channel 5 when I was a kid.
when you're a
But I
kid.
haven't seen it since then. So, you know, what I used to do is every week when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old, I would set my VHS to record the Channel 5 movie, go around my nan's and watch WCW, right? Then come back the next day, watch the VHS, have some me time, because that's what I was like at 10, enjoying it. And yeah, get a bit crazy.
Well, Maxwell Cuff is not in Electric Dreams, but Electric Dreams is a fantastic freaking film.
Mm.
Love is
Didn't that
love.
just come out on Blu-ray?
Yeah, recently. Malcolm, Josie wants to know your thoughts on Dragons Forever. She watched it for the
Dragons
first time.
Forever, Dragons Forever, the Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yuen Wah,
Yeah,
Yuen Biao film. That is my favourite Jackie Chan film of all time, Josephine.
is
I
it really?
love the chemistry. I love the music. I love the back and forth between them. A lot of people prefer Wheels on Mills over Dragons Forever. Me, I prefer Dragons Forever because I think it has that perfect mix of comedy. Plus, I think Jackie Chan's love interest, which I cannot remember her name at the moment, was incredibly beautiful in it. Diane Ip, who played Sarah Hung's love interest now, also played in multiple films like Alan Bamboo and so forth. She's also in the God, why do I always go brain dead? She's in a lot
Drake's
of
Fire, make
soft
sure
comedies.
I remember it
You
right.
like
That's the
Orson
one where
Welles,
Jackie Chan's
right?
a liar, right?
So again,
Dragon's Fire is the one where Jackie Chan's the liar. Like he plays kind of against type at the beginning.
yeah, because he's the lawyer.
Yeah. I like that. Actually, that's a favorite of mine, but Wheels and Meals I really love. I'm not gonna lie.
So
That's
cool,
a good
love that movie.
yeah. Just
Both films, in fact, have the Benny Quigley's fight in it. And I did put the chance for a fight. The Wheels on Mills one is a lot funnier.
Jan Bell was underrated, man. I think like he should have got more credit over like here. Like Sammo Hung came on, he had the TV show and everything like that. Jackie Chan, megastar, but he never really hit over here the way that over here I'm in Morocco right now, but hit over in North America or the way that I wished he would.
Well, the Western market, really, isn't it?
What's everybody's thoughts? Right? Let me know. Are you excited? Is there anything you're picking up, guys? Yeah, see, I was a skateboarder too, so this is probably not.
I still prefer, I'll be honest with you, I prefer the skateboarding sequence in City Hunter. When he goes through the window and everything, I like that. Hello, Chuck. I ain't seen you in ages. I've been seeing all your posts on Facebook, telling people what for and saying you don't know and all this because these silly people that say random things about movies that they don't even know about. Like after watching trailers and stuff.
All right, so let's rank these here. I want you to give me your ranking from 3 to 1 on, like, I guess, on excitement level or you'd buy it on the road level, because I don't think we're going to buy. I think either one of us are rushing putting this in the cart right now. But okay, there's Dirty Work, Jade, and The Golden Child. That's the 3 we know. I'm not going to put it. Will we put in the Cambodia one too? Yeah, we'll put that one. There's 4 of them. Right, so and Road to Cambodia. So give me your ranking. 4 being like least excited, but can still be excited about it. To 1 being most excited.
So you want me to go backwards?
Yeah. So we start. We don't. Let's not bear the lead.
So probably Cambodia, and then probably Dirty Work, and then probably Jade and the Golden Child. Probably that way.
All right. So for me, it's gonna be hard, but it's probably Jade, and I'm the one that likes the movie, so I'm not like. Then it's probably Dirty Work, which because I love Norm Macdonald, and I'm so glad you came in track. Actually,
me too, and I'm sorry to hear about your surgery. I hate surgery.
Dental surgery is rough, man. And then it's which one? What I got left? I got
Cambodia?
I did Cambodia. I did. So Cambodia is number 2, and I guess Golden Child's number 1. But Cambodia is like probably inched up a bit more because I'm a reader and putting a book there. Thank you, Josephine. You're awesome too.
Thanks, Josephine. That means a lot. I love you too.
Put the heart back there. Got to put the heart in.
You know what the Golden Child reminds me of, and I watched it today. It basically was Axel Foley in a different version of Big Trouble in Little China.
It is a good film. I mean, I like Golden Child. I mean, I think it didn't get the respect it deserved. To be honest with you, I made a joke afterwards. I said the Golden Child. It's a high budget like Raw Wars. It is not. It's going to be a bit dry, Cambodia, if I remember correctly. But I'm just a sucker for like the book. Like if I was like taking the book out of like consideration, then 2 and 1 are probably would be for me, and I should take book into consideration. Golden Child's still a number 1, but number 2 then goes to probably Dirty Work, because I'm very very interested in seeing like an uncut, unseen version of that. That was a fun film. Not his best. No, it wasn't the Norm show, but Delicatessen is a good film.
It is a good film.
It is a really good film.
They recently released it, didn't they? Several recently released it.
Mystery titles. I want to know your thoughts, Maddie. What do you think of mystery titles? He does. Alan, you're right. Plays a friend in the symphony orchestra. I did not remember.
Oh, see,
Feel
Alan
free
got
to.
you there.
Yeah, there you go. Feel free to school me, man. School me, man. I appreciate that. I can rewatch that. See, I wasn't looking at Maxwell Caulfield as anybody then. Well, the mystery titles. What we know is that, and without going dramatic, we're going to go normal for this one. Is that one's a brooding atmospheric masterpiece from the 1970s, and the other is a grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. What do you think? Do you have ideas? Anybody? Malcolm, Maddie, anybody in here have any ideas on what you think this could be? School for Scoundrels.
One is intriguing. I'm intrigued by the 70s one because the whole moody and all that could be almost anything. If you look at the time frame and you look at the type of, Gothic style, but I don't know if they said Gothic, if it was.
Yeah, brooding and atmospheric. So, are we getting something along the lines of like more of a kind of, my type, like the kind of the artsier, more stylized,
Yeah,
like
kind of like
70s?
Jim Mullins type of title.
No, I'd say more, yeah, without the John Rowland nudity stuff.
Yeah, what I mean is, the way the filming style is.
I mean, well, 4K disc would be region free. The Blu-ray, however, Rafe, that's, I don't know about that. Like, you have to look on a case by case basis when it comes to that. And all Blu-ray being region free or not is all going to depend on rights issues. Because I know when they do, but that's not always the case. The Relic on 4K.
4K, I would prefer to Golden Child, to be honest.
When did the Relic come out?
1997.
Was that the 2000s? Was that the 90s? My God, I'm old.
Yeah, 1997.
Well, I am old. Let's be honest.
I hope it is, because it's one of those films that I want, because me and Don are big fans of the Agent Pendergast books, which I was based off of. The sad part about the Relic is they basically took two characters and melded them to be one, which kind of annoyed me and Donna, because I feel like if they had done it the right way, I feel like there would have been a few more movies in the series.
I always thought there were going to be,
Yeah, because it's because there is an actual sequel to that book.
Yeah.
So, and like an actual continuing sequel, not just another book. I mean, how many books have they done now? Like 27 in the series?
That's the thing. Here's the thing. When you're a reader, when you're a book person, sometimes like it can be frustrating when you see like a movie. I still want to see, because I liked it. I don't care. I want to see like an actual like Psycho 2, like the way it was done in like Psycho 2 the book. You read the book, right? Psycho 2, massively done film. Came out completely different time, completely different storyline. I would love to see that. What films should be on Blu-ray by Vinegar Syndrome in 2025? It's a good question, actually.
Well, no, it's could be the Relic. I was hoping for an unseen horror play one, but that's not. I don't know. The Relic seems. I don't know if I'd classify the Relic as full-on like horror. But then saying that, it's all personal view. And plus, Vinegar Syndrome aren't exactly the most well-known to being completely straight with their the hints. I mean, it is, but I would classify more. I don't know. Is it more a sci-fi horror kind of thing?
Well, the last time their hints were really on the nose was when was the early hints for Angel, where I was doing a live and I'm like, oh, that's Angel.
But they said, I know what they said in those sense. What they said, there's a halo from above, and you went Angel.
It was like anybody that was following me that long knows I'm a massive fan of those films, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Angel series. I'm totally
also, Raph, there's a lot of films that should come out for Vinegar Syndrome, but I do feel like we're at a big turn point with Vinegar Syndrome. Not in the bad way, but I feel like in the past you would go, they're not going to release this, but now you're like, oh, they could be releasing anything. Do you know what I mean? So
breaking all the rules, breaking like 110 times, breaking all the rules. I want that to release. I love seeing Vinegar Syndrome release it. If not, then Arrow. But I just want to get a good release, and I think the soundtrack is stopping it. But I want them to
I
like clear the
I
soundtrack.
want him to release a Camp Blood box set for the 20th anniversary. Because by then there'll be 20 of those movies.
You'd buy it, wouldn't you?
I don't know actually, because I think it'll be a very weird box set.
I don't know.
You need
See,
to partner labels.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I always forget partner labels. Okay, we're starting off. Life in Dirty Movies. So this is I've seen this, by the way.
Is it a documentary?
Yeah, it's about the Sarnos. I could be wrong, but if it's what I'm thinking about, the Sarnos right there. It's about the Sarnos. So Sarnos were a husband-wife team that made erotica together, well, among other films. But they made a really kind of like high quality, well shot, extremely well done film. So there's Joe Sarno, Peggy Sarno. Good documentary. Really liked it. I definitely recommend it. And it's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember liking it a lot. So right away, we're at one that I know. Good. Well, there we go.
Hey.
Huh? Next up, we got a Canadian National Pictures Action: The October Crisis of 1970.
You must know this one.
Chair so squeaky. Oh yeah. The line brewing tension between French and English Canada explodes onto the world stage after a group of Quebecois nationalists violently kidnapped two prominent political figures. Oh man, yeah, I've seen this. Okay, 73. I wouldn't mind having this one actually. Renee
It's
Levesque.
not actually a bad price, Matty, for the whole lot. That's actually quite a bargain price.
For which one?
Oh, for the bundle, for the entire builder thing.
I don't know. I think it's a bit much. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Well, I guess it depends on the other two are, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, because none of these are box sets. Like I know they're gone on 4K, but it seems like for just single releases, it does seem a bit high.
What's Battang West Side? That's got to be an Asian title.
Let's see. Yeah, well, don't they do most Asian titles, Kenny?
Yeah, mostly, yeah, normally.
So shot on 16mm under the duress of the freezing. I don't remember this one. I don't think I've seen it. Have you seen it?
No. When did it come out?
Came out in 2001.
No. Blood Quantum, I've seen. That's a Shudder title. I liked it, but I was a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I got to buy this one. I've seen it. Nothing.
It's one of those films that you watch and you go, I liked it, but I don't need to own it. That's the type of film I feel that is.
Yeah, exactly. Consumed by Brainstorm Media. Which one's Brainstorm Media? Are they a newer one?
I think they know.
On 1995, it's a forward-thinking approach to a growing Indian market with an ethos of adaptability. Trapped between a madman and a skin-stealing monster, a married couple must fight to make it out of the woods alive. I feel like I've seen this. Consumed.
It came out last year.
Yeah, it's a newer one. Factory 25. If you like your music stuff, this is Crass, The Sound of Free Speech, The Story of Reality Asylum.
I actually thought when I got that consumed, when I read it, I actually thought that was going to be a foreign film, because the style of the horror. I thought it was going to be French or something. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to have be an English talking one, just because of the style. The Monopoly of Violence plus a German youth.
Big World Pictures. Dave Dufresne did this one. There's a lot of these kind of documentary stuff here this month, huh?
Alan, I watched The Challenge of White Fang. It was brilliant. I enjoyed it, and I'm still glad that you recommended it.
Oh, is that the one by was it Fulci?
It's got what's his name in it? Frank Nero.
That is probably one of those. That's definitely the title. Red Island. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I know this movie." I don't know it.
How can
Madagascar
you
and
not know moving when you're in the trailer? I see you on the beach.
well, that's me, right? That's me in the
Yeah, like
bikini.
that. Yeah, you look good.
Damn, my butt is good. ETR Satan wants you. Yep, that's probably
That's
true.
another great title.
The Satanic Panic one. Oh God. Oh yeah. This is right up my alley, man.
I kept mentioning, you were like, oh yeah, and then you're like, this is up my alley, boy.
Supported by the Catholic Church, the best-selling book relied on recovered memory therapy to uncover Michelle's child abduction.
What is it with these movies from the last few years all being this way? I've noticed there's so many of them lately.
Michelle remembers
know?
lurid memoir.
Nearly all these releases, all these part releases, are booklets.
Oh, though, finally, frigging finally, a viewer bought me the first volume of this when it came out, and I want to thank them again so much because I have spent so many hours watching scare film like Archives Volume 1. This, look at this. Look at that.
What the hell? Is that a living penis?
It's a flame.
It's so weird the things that come out there thinking, oh, no, 951 is 982.
Prepare to learn everything you've ever wanted to know about sentient films, rebellious bicycles, and workplace dismemberment. The Scare Film Archives Volume 2 Danger Stories collects the best of the best educational safety scare films from the 20th century.
Oh, I know these. Not this one, but I know them because they do all those things, don't they? Like those dating scare stories and all that.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of these. Did this, the first one was the drug one. It was on the drugs.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. The drug story one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so
I
fun.
own that.
Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, it's very strange and.
Yeah, me and Raj watched.
I kind of feel like it needs to be on drugs to watch it.
I wasn't, but maybe now that they're legal, I can go back and watch them. Sleeping Beauties. This is what I'm thinking.
Sure.
I really like.
It is. It's the what do you call one? Yeah,
I really like this
I remember
movie.
seeing that in the cinema.
This was really good.
Really good.
Yeah, like I watched this one. I think I went to see this one twice.
You don't expect it to work, but it works perfectly.
It does. Alexander Heller Nicholas commentary. That's a big like plus for me.
It's another booklet. I swear all these have got booklets. It must be a new thing they're doing.
It's such a great film. It is such a great film.
See, I won't buy that because over here you can get on Blu-ray for like 50p.
Yes, I am definitely. I remember BC Buys right from the early days. I've got the Criterion BC Buys, like set that was put out.
Nice.
But I really
I've
love
got that. I've got the DVD of that.
Soul Tangler. All he wants is your soul. Too late, my soul was sold long.
My soul was tangled in the Soul Tangler.
Bonus movie. It's a haunted happening. Previously unreleased.
On the DVD as well.
Oh, look at this. When you see this, how can you not want it? Hello. I want to pet you. It's so cute. It's a
That's
cute
what the Man with Two Brains should have been like.
I love the Man with Two Brains. I saw it in the theater, by the way.
Classic. Absolute classic. Oh, Rolling Stones song. Paint It Black.
Yeah. Favorite Rolling Stone song? Yes. Yes, Fade to Black. Tour of Duty, man. Tour of Duty. ZZ Top. Yeah, my cousin, I think, saw them in person. I'm a fan of like, I liked the Eliminator album a lot with ZZ Top.
Of the Doors. Yeah, I go from quite a lot from Josephine, so I have to be a fan.
When you go to college, you automatically become a Doors fan. Like it just happens. It's a college thing.
It's true.
Like I listen to a lot. Like Malcolm knows this. I listen to a lot of freaking music. Like we've done videos like a long time ago. Like I was here, like bopping down the music and stuff like that, not knowing. Malcolm's like waiting for me.
Yeah,
You are alone.
I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, oh, the loud music, oh, my ears. And he'd be bopping around, dancing, doing handstands.
Well, this
What
sounds the
color
price.
that cover?
Saturn's core. You're alone. Let's see what this is. Haunting exploration into just how far a man and woman will go to escape loneliness, if only for an hour. Here we go. Daphne, a Yale-bound high school senior whose depression has blurred her sense of reality, works as an escort advertising her services online. In a fateful bit of happenstance, her next-door neighbor, Buddy, discovers her as the entertainment at his nephew's bachelor party. With her hidden life precariously hanging in the balance, Daphne agrees to spend 1 hour with Buddy alone in a hotel room. Initially confrontational, Daphne and Buddy slowly begin to shed their bitter layers of personal disappointment and general cynicism by talking about sex. But behind the scenes, behind this teenager's jaded fantasies hides the very essence of heartbreak, acceptance, need, and desire. This sounds like something I'd watch, I'd put on, and nobody else would stay in the room.
I'm going to just do it right now. I'm just going to do it for everyone in the chat, right? This is my response to
it. Not impressive. The prices have gone up there, man. Jason X 4K, I don't blame you. I hear great things tracked about that Jason X 4K. It's really, really
I'm
good.
buying that Jason X 4K. That's the only the Friday the 13th movie I need is Jason X. That's the best one.
Prices are getting up there, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't like.
Have they gone up again? I didn't notice because you always have in Canadian dollars, so I don't notice.
You don't notice the prices? Even like Canadian dollars.
Have you got US dollars now then?
No, God. It's Canadian dollars. Hence the $37 for a title.
Hey, Charlie.
Once costs us $20. Hey, welcome, Charlie, man.
I'm curious.
It's been a while since we've done a stream, actually. Well, I love your Blood Harvest picture, by the way. That's freaking rocks, man.
Tiny Joe.
But yeah, there are some nice titles here. Again, $37 for these though. Ooh, you're on the pricey side.
Are they only like $27.99 when it's American?
I'll be honest, I'd wait for sales for most of these titles, even the ones like Danger Stories. I'll buy that in a sale. Hopefully it'll still be available. Like, because I'm going to say something that's going to shock a lot of people. People are going to like hold their purses and stuff like that, clutch their pearls. That type of thing. Yeah, I don't give it too much care about like if I get a slipcover or not anymore. I'm not going to pay like super extra money. What children's book would you want to be? Movie? Alligator Pie. Look it up. It's a great one. It's a bunch of poems, Josephine, about and it is really twisted, and it's by Canadian.
That'd be awesome, actually, Josephine. A very hungry cat for the horror movie.
Yeah.
Cops and Robbers made into a horror movie. I love that as a kid, that book. And what about the Jolly Postman? Made that into a horror movie. Where he's jolly when he gives them the post and kills them.
Famous Five, like horror movie. Slips are cool, but the movies when just I mean, like the thing is, I'm fine lately that it was okay when when the slip seemed like a bonus, but when it seems like you're paying for the slip, like really paying for the slip, then it changes.
I mean, if you take the slip off, you can take the slip off. They give you an option, but the slip's like I think $3 more, even though really it isn't. It's more.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at right now. So Charlie, I'm doing like a series on the channel with Malcolm's going to be an episode, and we've got other people coming in to talk about the change in collecting and like how we deal with it and how we've changed. So we try to keep it, still be excited about it when it's when things are going in a direction. How things change for us from when we started collecting to now, and maybe to back where we are at this point. So looking forward to that. Make sure it's coming to Blu-ray. It is actually coming to Blu-ray. But I get the
DVD. Not for a while, but after that, because originally they were going to come out. I remember this, and I'm sure you know, Trek. They were originally going to release them out, and then they did that thing, didn't they, of Amazon where it was on there, and you could see all the camera people and this other stuff, and that literally killed it back then. After that, it was like they're not going to get released, they're not going to get this, they're not going to get that. And I think Murder, She Wrote was filmed very differently as well, if I'm correct. Because they released Clubbo as well, didn't they?
100%. Like, go to your local libraries, guys. Keep those things alive. Well, see, here's the thing. I was actually talking about Murder, She Wrote yesterday with my better half. We were driving, and like, here's the thing. I had a massive crush on Angela Lansbury, and Betsy Palmer too, actually. So he's like, you had a unique, like, but I did. I had a massive crush on Angela Lansbury. I thought she was cute.
When she was younger, when she was older.
Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury. When I was seeing, aspect ratio, yeah. Aspect
Well,
ratio would be.
ratio is a part of it because when they were on Amazon, it did affect, and I know a lot of people really had to go about it.
It sucked.
It
No, Jack, it
the
really
whole
sucked.
show in a way.
Like, it really ruined it. Like, they did the same thing with a couple other shows, and you could see stuff on that you weren't supposed to see inside.
Yeah, like Camberman and all this.
It's more due to the guy who played Xander refusing to sign contracts. See, I think he'd sign. Like, yeah, he would
He
sign.
needs to sign. Have you seen that That's What His Life is at the minute? Surely he'd sign for that money.
Harvey Girls, yeah, actually, I did. I'm a big Angela Lansbury guy. Like, I always have been. She's cute, I tell you. She's cute. Even like Jessica Fletcher. That's Fletcher's cutie. There's an episode, like early episode of like Murder, She Wrote with Betsy Palmer, and she plays this kind of like, there's these three together, and they're kind of like, I'm sure it's a real estate scam or something like that. But she's like the sexy Betsy Palmer, like the Scarlet Woman type character, which is really cool.
I think the cutest I've ever seen Angela Lansbury was when she was in Gaslight.
I knew you were going to say Gaslight. Everybody says Gaslight.
I think that's the, what do you call it? People are like, when this movie will come to 4K. Well, I don't think it's going to come to 4K anytime soon. The Blu-ray's good enough, I think, and I think that took a while.
I wish, Track, that my wife was here right now because I would be showing her that message there.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, it's weird. I think it's weird that people, like, you finally get something on Blu-ray, like Smallville, for instance, or let's say something like Star Trek, the series, and people are like, where's the 4K? Right? And you're like, you know, I mean, you've barely got any TV shows on 4K.
For like, yeah, I mean, like most TV shows don't need a 4K, like ever. And I actively don't buy 4K TV shows unless it's something that really needs. Like, I bought on Black Friday Westworld first season on 4K because it makes sense. But I'm not going to go buy Friends on 4K. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go buy Seinfeld on 4K. Somebody gives it to me, wonderful. I'm not going to buy it. Like Blu-ray is that's that ceiling that I'm going to go to for a show like that. Same with like Columbo or something like that.
Well, you know, House of the Dragon, I've got them on 4K, and they look terrible because of how dark it is. So I'd rather have them on Blu-ray, to be honest.
Yeah, like I got I'm not sure if you can see back there, but I got all the seasons of Smallville on DVD, and I'm fine. Deep Space Nine and Voyager not on Blu-ray due to not enough demand. Yeah, it does. It costs a bit upgrade. I'd like to have some stuff on Blu-ray that's Warner Brothers just because of weird disc rot. I had my first issue of disc rot ever, which was my Superman Steel set, the collection of the Steel.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was the Donner version of Part 1, I think.
That says it all.
So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna buy the Blu-ray. It's only really cheap. I just put it in that spot.
It's weird because I would have thought there'd have been more people. I thought more people would have jumped on the Star Trek bandwagon when it comes to the Blu-rays because I know how big the fans are. You know, the fandom is.
I like how they package their stuff, Track. I mean, like, let me show you. I got all of it. The like Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, got them all.
Who would have ever thought we'd have had Charmed on Blu-ray? Those sets are so old now. I remember when my cousin got them when I was a kid.
See, I like the way this is packaged.
They do look nicer. They do look nicer than the Blu-rays.
Am I the only person here that likes Enterprise? Just wondering.
Donna likes Enterprise.
But better than Deep Space Nine? Right here?
Oh, the discs. Yeah, they're stacking on top of each other. Yeah. Babylon 5.
Yeah, that's my show.
I'll be honest, I don't like the stacking of discs. I feel like that happens with way too many shows now, especially the shows that have the big complete box sets. I mean, I opened the what's it called, Father Brown Mysteries the other day. I've got,
Yeah.
and they were just all falling out of them on top of each other and everything. I hate it. Like, give something a proper, especially if you're going to charge £100 for it.
I'm actually buying some cases from Timo online that have like you can put six DVDs or Blu-rays in. So I can actually put some of my TV shows that are kind of like that, because Sony Entertainment releases are TV shows are infamous for stacking. Like if you go and pick up like Married with Children, for instance, that's stacked. Like it's two like spindles and they're stacked like you would with some DVDRs, right?
I've the Blu-ray wallets. I've the Blu-ray wallets for port movies in and shows in, but I think I'm not going to look at for a long time because of how big my collection is. And I find it handy, but at the same time, I also find it frustrating trying to, flip through them to have a look. That's always been my main issue with it. Other than that, I think it's a good system.
Hope you get Friday Part 2 4K soon by itself instead of the Paramount Scares. They'll wait a while, and they'll put it. I'm sure they'll put it. They'll put it in the Steelbook, though. You know that's what they're going to do.
I'm telling you, they're going to release. I'm telling you, they're going to release a big box set with them all in, and they're going to be annoyed that they bought them individually. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's what happens all the time.
I would like the Paramount Scares wasn't expensive. Like that's one that I almost picked up a couple times because it like got under $50 or something, and Canadian, and a lot of places. Like so, it was
Actually,
one.
I'll take that back. I'll take back Fight the Fight because different people have got the rights to it now, haven't they? Because you've got Avo, you've got Paramount, and what is it? Oh, it's released the remake or the reboot. They've released Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell. So they're probably going to do a couple of the others, maybe.
Which is like, I want to see them all get released. I want to see Arrow do release everything. I want Arrow to release everything.
Maybe you've seen or do you own any of the Joe Miglin Silvers films? Joe Miglin. What films are they? Because sometimes I forget
Paramount was upset that fans didn't rush out and buy the original Friday 13 4K. Yeah, Paramount had such hate for Friday 13 series, like the movie series back in the day. They were so ashamed.
What's your question, Josephine, quickly? No, I don't. Sorry.
Ken Lober don't release steelbooks. I like it. Hey, PD, long time, man.
Whoa, hey.
Including the Love Boat and Beverly Hillbillies and My Three Sons only release certain seasons and don't release the rest. It depends on the company that put them out and the rights that they have and how well those seasons sell. I'm a massive fan. I'm a soap, like nighttime soap guy, right? And I've got every season of Dallas. I got every season of Dynasty. However, Knots Landing, they put out 2 seasons. Frustrating as all hell. It comes down to if it sells well in a lot of cases. Love Boat, like I'm in the same, like, pardon the pun, boat as you are with that, and that I've got the early Love Boat, but I don't think the later stuff came out. Beverly Hillbillies, I had like a cheap ass set, one of those that put out some sets of that, and I don't have any of My Three Sons anymore. I used to have 1 season of that, but Falcon Crest too. Oh my God, yes! I was so peeved about that. I have the first Falcon Crest, And that is such a damn good show. Recently, we lost Larry Park Lincoln, and she comes from that world. Jill Sholin, actually, I think she was on one of those shows too. If for you horror fans, I wonder, yeah, a lot of these people get their starts on like shows like that. Alec Baldwin started in was it Knots Landing, I think. But it really comes down to a lot of cases. Sometimes you just give up on it because there's not enough. I wish I owned Punky Brewster. That was a cool show. I like the cartoon too. The cartoon Punky Brewster is pretty cool. But it just comes down to like
a lot of it was a lot of Sister when it originally came out on disc, and they only released it, season 1 and 2, and then they didn't release the others until BEA, Visual Entertainment, released it in that box set.
I own Punky
was a lot less quality because instead of like being over 4 discs, I think it was like 3 discs. It was over 2. I hate when they do that. What
peeves me is when they release a TV series. I bought Three's. I'm a massive Three's Company guy. I love Three's Company. So I got the complete series of Three's Company, right? And I'm like, oh man, too bad they didn't put like the sequel shows like the Ropers and Three's a Crowd in there. That'd be fun to have. They're not great, but I'd like to own them. Like they put the series out again about a year later, and they put the Ropers and Three's a Crowd in it.
Oh.
And you can buy one of them separately, but you can't buy the other.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah, it really bothers me.
I always wish when they did Man from Uncle, they'd released the Girl from Uncle in it as well. Like as a proper release, like in it.
I know. Like I got the big like set for Man from Uncle with the suitcase and everything. Barbara Crampton went from soaps to horror, back to soaps, and then back to horror. Yes, she did. She actually started out on Days of Our Lives. And one of her earliest roles is from one of Malcolm's favorite films, Body Double. Which is one of Brian De Palma's best films.
I can't imagine the front of the page of the TV series actually get filmed wide because it looks so rough on DVD. But I would think that possibly would be good on Blu-ray unless it was like one of those German, SD to Blu-ray style.
BJ and the Bear. Oh my God, that takes me back. For those that don't know, BJ and the Bear was a series where with the bear is like an orangutan. And it was like this short period of time when like trucker movies and movies with orangutans were big, like because Every Which Way But Loose, Every Which Way You Can. Those two films were big at that time period. Greg Evans is like who did a lot of like TV stuff back in the day. He was BJ. And Sheriff Lobo was a sequel series actually with Claude Akins in it. Freddy's Nightmares, I would love to have. Friday 13th got a DVD, but hasn't got a Blu-ray.
Just asked you a question.
Low-key part to the crush of mine with Barbara Crampton. That woman is amazing. She's aged like a fine wine. She is wonderful. I've had a crush on Barbara Crampton since Days of Our Lives. Or unfortunately, she was killed. She was Eugene's girlfriend.
That sucks.
But then, Calliope came in. And for those that know what that was Arlene Sorkins, who many of you, she's passed away now, but many of you will know as the original voice of Harley Quinn. The character of Harley Quinn was created for her on Batman the Animated Series. Want your weird soap opera knowledge shoved in with your other movie stuff? Welcome to my channel. It's not linked down there right now. I'll put the links in later for our stuff. I have a Patreon if you want to join. It would be muchly appreciated. It keeps this channel going. And if you like seeing the live from me and Malcolm, let us know. And we will do more of this stuff because we really enjoy doing it. Original co-host of America's Finest People with Dave Coulee. And she played Leanna Love. She did. That was her second soap opera role.
Wow.
They brought her back many years later. Like, Malcolm's like, I don't know any of this. These shows.
No.
They're not British soap operas.
No, some of them, it's weird. Some of them, I didn't grow up on them. I mean, some of them would be like on TV late at night, but you wouldn't see them. Like, I had no idea Barbara Crampton was in Love and the Restless because I'd never seen it.
Well, she wasn't like early on. Her character was Leanna Love, and they brought her back years later. Victor Newman appears on Larry Cohen. Victor, the guy who played Victor Newman, players on a lot of stuff, man. He is just one of those actors. Like, he obviously started in Rat Patrol. That's where a lot of people remember him from.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara was one that got big over in, I'm not sure if it got big in the UK, but in Europe, it was massive. My better half knew Santa Barbara. And that's the one with, like, obviously Cruz Needon and, Kelly and all those characters. And of course, Justin Diaz, my favorite. But that showed nighttime. Santa Barbara's a nighttime show, right? And you're in Morocco and Europe now. I don't think I think they were like best friends. I think they were like really good friends. I met Jeffrey Combs. It was the only time. Hey, Martinez, yeah. I was ever like starstruck with Jeffrey Combs. Like, he knows we were at a convention, and I normally just talk. Mason Capo is a character I relate to, PD. Like, severely relates up to Mason Capo. Too much, probably. Lane Davies, Mason Capo. That was massive over here. And Jeffrey Combs, I was there. We're at the convention. I'm going over there with my Beyond the Reanimator, like, DVD that I got from Arrow to get it signed. He signed the hell out of that, by the way. He signed the poster, signed the cover. Hadn't seen it before. He was really stoked about it. Priscilla Pointer, I know.
Like a nice guy.
100 years old. He was really nice. He was super nice. Like, he started talking to him because I was like, and then I just snapped out and I was okay. Priscilla Pointer was 100 years old, actually. Priscilla Pointer was the mean doctor in Dream Warriors, and of course, for those that watch Days of Our Lives, she was Pamela Ewing's long lost, thought to be dead mother, which comes into season 5 of Dallas. Who did the 3D related stuff to promote Friday 13th? Martin J. Soto. Really? Oh, because Friday 13th 3D was part 3. 3D was really frigging good 3D. I love that.
It was good, actually. It was a lot better than you'd expect it to ever be.
Oh yeah, and I saw it in theater.
Today's standards as well.
Like, if you ever get a chance to see that in theater, I definitely recommend it. Okay, definitely. I'm going to tell my better half's over there. I'm going to tell her what was announced. I want to know. So, here's this are the announcements. Are you ready? The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I like that movie.
Okay. Linda Fiorentino and David Caruso in Jade.
Okay.
It's like that kind of erotica type thing.
Okay.
Norm Macdonald, Dirty Work.
Okay.
Artie Lang, comedy.
Yeah.
And Swimming to Cambodia.
Okay.
And they're including the book.
Okay.
So what's the most exciting one that does? I think I know from your reaction there.
I mean, I've been happy with the DVD of that movie.
Which one? Golden Child?
Yeah, it's fun, but
I want to see if Golden Child is out. It's Michael Ritchie's the director of it. I kind of want to see the Fletch movies because he directed the Fletch movies with Chevy Chase. Fletch Lives. Hey there, Corinne. Welcome. She showed up actually. Corinne showed up in for the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel one that I was on.
Nice. Hey, Corinne.
Yeah, I know. Reggie Bannister is unfortunately not doing the greatest right now. Hopefully he feels better. It's tough when you see like guys that you've seen, you've grown up watching and stuff like that.
It's really sad, isn't it? I mean, I was watching a video the other day that said about how a lot of people's golden age, when they were kids, to now being in like their 30s and 40s, is getting to the point now where all those people you idolised or watched, they're slowly kind of fading away, whether it's from cinema, TV, or just off your television. Which makes
it's true. Well, like, we're getting older. Like, as we get older, like our idols that we grew up with got older. Never was a big fan of the Golden Child. I like Big Trouble in Little China more. I think my better half is along that lines too. John Hamm did do a Fletch. I really like John Hamm as Fletch. By the way, they're not making another one, though. It didn't do very well, which is a shame because I liked it. Did you watch the John Hamm Fletch?
Yeah, but I know the Blu-ray is extremely cheap in America. It was almost imported there.
John Hamm was like the perfect choice for Fletch. Like, so when they said John Hamm was going to be Fletch, I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm a fan of the books. I grew up reading the Fletch books. So, and there's a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm down for like some Fletch. Golden Child's good. The Jade cover is really, really underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like, I'm not a massive fan of Dirty Work cover either. Like, just to be honest, to be
What's it take
straight.
that in somewhere to sell it? They didn't know it was a Vinegar Syndrome, so they think it was something else.
It's just, I don't know, man. It kind of bums me out, man. I don't know how I feel.
I kind of feel like they could have. I mean, I don't know. I used to feel. I don't think it's a bad. I don't think it's a bad halfway exactly, but I feel like they would have announced bigger titles that weren't known. What I mean by not known is, but you would have had the idea of them to start off with.
Hold on, I got to show. I better have this.
I saw that. I saw it, Peggy. I saw that. I've been collecting them, same as the film focuses.
I want every volume of those TV movie of the week sets. I don't have any of them, but I'm waiting to get to Paris to pick those up because I really love TV movies. Do you think Vampire in Brooklyn will get a 4K? Oh, me surprised. I love Vampire in Brooklyn. I think it's highly underrated, to be honest with you.
I know a lot of people expect it to be after this was announced.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Well, Malcolm,
It's the new Fletch. Hey, Ed, ready? It's some more movies from Paradise Keller. I want to see more horror titles. It's funny because I think we'd all like to see that, the more horror titles from the Paramount, but I think it's a mixture because I think they're slowly trying to get more of the, I don't know how to put it, the more of the known titles from Paramount in there to get more people looking at Vinegar Syndrome because some of these titles are a lot bigger. In a lot of people's eyes, especially on the nostalgia sense.
Next time's gonna really, yeah. I could see Jason Lee as in a Fletch movie.
I can see that.
The horror titles are surprises, so perhaps it'll be great. But that's what I'm hoping. None of these here, I'm gonna be honest, they're good titles. Golden Child, good title. Jade, shitty cover, good title. Dirty Work, interesting one. None of these I'd buy new. None of these are the ones that I'm saying I got. None of these are pre-order titles for me. I'll be honest. Even if I was in Canada, they're still not pre-order titles for me. And having the pre-order bundle be $500, that's a lot. And it's just regular like 4Ks. There's no box sets. It's just regular 4Ks. Yeah. I'd maybe buy the horror stuff if it's good. But it's a 70s and a 90s, and I don't know. Nothing here like excites me that I gotta buy, but I'm excited for people that are excited about it. Is to be honest, this is my truth when it comes to that. I'm excited for people that want Golden Child. I'm excited for people that are excited for Jade or to see like a cut of Dirty Work that's never been before, especially where Norm Macdonald is no longer with us. Swimming to Cambodia. Well, I know that's not going to be a big one for a bunch of people, but that's something like geeks like me that like these kind of dry films are gonna enjoy. But I think Golden Child is going to be the big like one for this one is, and the 70s and 90s horror is for us guys like me and Malcolm and people that like Ready that are into the horror stuff.
I'd be more excited for Golden Child. I've got no problem with the movie. Like I said, I watched it earlier just so I was up to date with it. But I do think he'll get a UK release, so that's why I won't be buying the VSU version because I feel like if I wait, it'll be released over it because it's an Eddie Murphy movie and it's a well-known movie. And
either R-rated films for 100% release them. Those two
films, you think so? I reckon that one.
I would hope Arrow. But I like 88. I like what they do. But yeah, you're right. It does seem like an hour release. Nothing for you this time, Corinne. Me either, actually. I might pick up the Canny release. I liked there's a couple of the They're a little bit expensive, but there's a couple of the partner labels that I liked. I like the Sarno documentary. I like the Sarno's work, and I remember watching the documentary before. So there's a couple things there. The documentary, the Canadian documentary, that I'm Canadian. I remember,
I
you know,
knew. I never knew that.
I know it's crazy, especially with this thick
All
Australian
this
accent.
time, I thought you were Mexican.
Well, confusing though. I think next year we get Big Trouble in Little China 4K
Yeah, I
since
think
its
so
40th
too.
anniversary.
Yeah, basically
Yeah,
will release that in 4K, won't they?
but I don't. I don't think it's gonna be Vinegar Syndrome. I think it's gonna go from its regular, probably. Maybe Arrow. Arrow did a Big Trouble.
Yeah, so the Chef Factory, didn't they?
Yeah, whether they got the rights now or not. But now we're seeing Vinegar Syndrome releases go to Chef Factory. The recent 4K of Fade to Black for
Yeah, I was shocked
coming
by
to
that. I was shocked when that popped up.
yeah, and that's one people ask if there are things I'd upgrade. Probably that one, not because of 4K, like I told Malcolm before, because of
Yeah,
features.
excellent.
Yeah.
I think Big Trouble in Little China would look incredible on 4K if it's done right.
Oh yeah, like Culture Vulture, all the titles go on sale during the half of the Black Friday sale. So even the older titles, it's for people like a lot of people coming in to buy for the first time, or for like some people that like me or Malcolm that got holes in our collection. Like the halfway to Black Friday and Black Friday sales, that's where you focus is on some of those older things like the put in the titles that you don't have. Those are the ones that I'd be
Well, it
stoked.
used to be. It used to be, but they have sales every month now.
I mean, yeah, but some of them aren't as good.
Yeah, no, but some of them have been better. I mean, some sales have been like 60, 70% off.
The Flash
So,
pre-order
no, it's just good to keep your eyes out and know when that 6 months is up.
for Millicene, by the way, is
But the scenes looks amazing.
Naked Came the Stranger.
I love
And
the
that's Metzger. That's Riley Metzger, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is Riley Metzger. Okay.
They've got a whole lot of them, haven't they? They're releasing the hardcore versions of.
Yeah, the Image Through the
Because they
Looking
just
Glass.
did the image, didn't they?
What they really need to release though is Riley Metzger's Cat and the Canary, which I got from Remini Films over in which has no nudity in Elbow. It's a straightforward Hollywood film.
Well, they need to release it's Smith the Valley PTA. And Taboo 5 to 37.
Show Factory rights expired, and Sony is doing Disney and Fox titles, so they may be the ones to release it. I wouldn't expect too many features on a Sony release, unfortunately,
No.
unless it's a big box set like a Columbia Classics or something like that. A lot of regular Sony catalog titles get released with minimal features, which is a
Some
shame.
of the newer titles have just come out for like one extra one. That's ridiculous.
Well, when I used to review for Sony, but that's not a you guys know that. And again, great picture, great audio. They're kings in that, but special features they lack that. Freddy versus Jason. Why not put a Freddy versus Jason? Because it's the worst in the series. I'm gonna be.
I love that.
I'm gonna be like controversial. Freddy versus Jason is a decent Freddy movie. It's a shitty Friday 13th movie.
I will tell you this: that movie would look terrible in 4K with the shoddy CGI they used.
Oh God, yeah. Can you imagine? Oh no, I don't want to. Like I got the box set, and I'm good with that. There's certain titles I might want to grab down the road, but yeah, I think I lost some viewers when I said that it wasn't Jason.
There's 25 viewers left in that moment because you lost your horror card.
Sorry guys, I got to be honest. Keeping it real, like Real World, right?
Yeah, the real world with Aaron.
There you go. But this has been.
I'm actually excited for that.
Did you watch? Okay. Oh God, I don't know if I want to get into this. Did you watch the recent one?
What? The recent Lilo and Stitch?
No, the recent Disney one.
Is it Moana? Moana 2?
No, Snow White.
Oh, Snow White, that one. Oh, No, but
It
I've
loo-
watched clips of it.
it looks good. I'm gonna say this. Rachel Ziegler's kind of cutie, so I'll watch it.
She's not good by any means, especially the way she gets all snarky in those interviews. I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can make Gal Gadot into the ugly witch, even though she was never ugly.
I do.
The witch one. Well, that's because of the personal stuff.
No, I'm not
it's
saying that. I mean, like, can I be blunt? She's not a good actress. Like, I like Wonder Woman, but she's not a good actress. Like, admit it. Like, Gadot's not a good actress.
She's a
She's not.
fantastic actress. We haven't seen such a great actress
Did
in
you
so
see
many
her in
years.
Snow White?
I'm telling you.
She's the worst part of Snow White.
Yeah, because they made her be the worst part because she's the
No,
villain.
her acting was horrible. That's why. That's why.
She
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
need
I
to
think
act.
she's very
Just looking
attractive.
at her
She's
is
wonderful
acting
as Wonder Woman.
enough.
But I liked her as Wonder Woman. I liked Wonder Woman. Didn't like Wonder Woman 84.
I
But
think she. To be honest with you, I think most of the people you see nowadays can't act. You know.
I mean, you got to be like, and I hate saying that because, like, I know there's somebody's everybody's favorite actor and stuff like that. And there's going to be somebody that loves Ziegler or loves Gal Gadot, and great, wonderful, that type of thing. I'm not a person like that looking at the other aspects of their life for whether I like the movie. I'm a big like fan of like the Disney stuff and Snow White and stuff like that. So when people were going on with like all the other noise, I don't give a crap. If I want to watch a movie, I gotta watch a movie.
Well, how do you feel now if I tell you that Gal Gadot changed my life? I was walking down the road and I met her, and I was at the worst time of my life, and she changed my life and made me feel like the man I am today. Would that change your opinion of her?
No, because my opinion on Gal Gadot is not on her personally. Like, it's on the fact that she's not that great of an actress. I think she's a very attractive woman. She's an extremely attractive woman. I just don't think acting wise, maybe she'll get there, but I don't think she's there yet. But I do like Ziegler because I'm a big musical guy too, and like
I'm going to be honest with you here. I think a film flops a lot of times because what happens before the film, and then it comes before, and then it's the word of mouth, and then it's saying, you remember before
Have a great day,
Snow
everybody,
White came out, there was all this crap about things that were said, did, how they didn't need this, they didn't need that. Stuff like that affects the movies more. Plus, it doesn't even feel like a Disney movie. It feels like one of those side weird movies that you watch, but it's like pretend to be Disney.
I think, like,
take care, everybody.
I'm more excited about I want to see that Marquette movie with The Rock looking nothing like The Rock. That looks cool.
The Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
I grew up watching The Smashing Machine, and it was ridiculous. He knocked himself out. No, ridiculous. He had a real bad addiction, and he had a real bad toxic relationship with his partner. It was awful.
Emily Blunt looks great in that film, by the way.
She always looks good.
Also, I'm down for Fear Street. Netflix Fear Street. I'm excited about that.
Is that number two, Jay?
No, it's a one-off. It's like it's prom night one. It's kind of the prom queen one.
Prom night.
Everything
is all right.
It's just it's an addictive song, right? Gotta love that disco
tonight, because I'm gonna make things happen.
Okay, here's something that I want brought out. Like, bring out the entire prom night series. I got the Canadian release. I would love to see that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, you are. Synapse are releasing them on 4K. All of them.
4K?
Yeah.
Why?
Because apparently people want 4K, but we all know the only one that matters is number one.
You don't need 4K. Like, they don't, none of the, okay, maybe number one you can put in 4K, but here's the thing. Prom night 3 and 4, pretty sure, those went straight to VHS. And the prom night remake, yeah, I guess so. It was okay.
I think that's already on 4K. Who the hell wants that movie? That has to be a tea coaster.
I liked it. It's
You
like
like you like the remake one?
yeah, it's its own thing, and it's a way to bring
Oh
like a
gosh.
younger audience into like the into the slasher genre.
Oh.
Is all it was supposed to be, and it's also the darkest of the films. It is the darkest of the films. No matter like what you think of like the film itself, the ending to that film, when you really like think about it, it is nihilistic. It is super nihilistic.
Beautiful,
Like
isn't it?
her life is screwed by this guy, and he does a good job. I know it's PG, and people like go on about, oh, it's a PG horror and all this type of stuff. I
That
don't give a
never
crap.
bothered me, the PG part. I just hated it. I just thought it was
I got
boring.
to the end of the movie, and it's a movie that starts with this really brutal scene where she's hiding under a bed. Her mom's killed in front of her, right? Like her mom and her dad are killed. The movie ends with the only other person, spoiler alert for an old movie, that she loves, like her boyfriend. He's also killed. Like he literally takes everything away from her. And I'm like, and Idris Elba
It's
can't
made most realistic, to be fair.
you can't hate anything with Idris Elba. New Naked Gun movie looks fun. It does actually. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, you know what makes this hilarious? When I was a kid, I used to always mix up Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson in the names. So it's hilarious now, but it's in the, you know what I mean? So it's hilarious because I used to always mix those two up. When people ask me, oh, who's in that movie? I go, oh, Leslie Nielsen. And they go, no, it's Liam Neeson. And all this.
I
It's
love
quite
that he's
funny.
playing the son and not the same character. He's playing Frank Drebin Jr. I love that. Like, and that's the trailer where they're crying, and like he's looking at Liam Neeson, like looking at Leslie Nielsen's picture, and he's like sobbing, and the guy's looking at George Kennedy, and he's sobbing, and the guy's looking at like O.J. Simpson. He's like, yeah, no, man, that ain't happening.
It's going to be good. I mean, I'm curious to see if people get into it and if it ends up having some sequels.
Well, it's from the Family Guy guys.
Oh, what's Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, something
What
for
about that? I watched the Ted TV series. You know, the first series.
that's actually fun.
Ted,
I
I
like
absolutely
it.
loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. I loved it every episode. It was perfect to me. I hope there's going to be many more series.
oh, there you go. There's, I don't track of mention this here. As soon as you saw a remake with something, it has a stigma. It's going to suck automatically. Like to remember Friday 13th, great remake. A lot of people underrate that one. My Bloody Valentine, fantastic remake. Last year, Malcolm super jealous. I got to see the original My Bloody Valentine with the director.
No, that's not true, actually. I was one who convinced you to go to it.
You did, because I wasn't going to go. You and him were like, you got to go. This is a big deal. You got to go see it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired.
Still jealous though, because it would have been epic.
It was great, and I still have my Bloody Valentine upstairs, by the way. And I'm just kind of sad I'm not going to be there for Fogfest this year. I might ask my mom to go to and pick up the T-shirts for me, actually, because I want the T-shirt.
I'll be honest with you, Treg. It's a massive My Bloody Valentine fan, an original one. The 2009 one, it was 2009, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't think it compares to it, not really, but I do think if you take it as a separate density, it's very good. I enjoy it a lot. I just don't think
I would like to follow
one.
George Romero did a documentary.
As for By the Fact, I never liked the remake one. I never liked it.
Of course, you watched it. George Romero started doing a lot of earlier. He did a lot of mechanical work and stuff like that. A lot of kind of industrial films style. When he got started, that hence that's a Night Living Dead kind of came about. But yeah, I love Romero's early work. That's one person that we wanted to meet that we never got to meet. Me and Hind, we really wanted to meet George Romero, and it was right after he passed away, and everybody was locked in the house. That the never speak his name.
Party time, yeah.
Yeah, and there was a convention that was supposed to happen in Ontario, and the convention obviously got canceled. So what they did was they went online and they had an auction, and one of the things that they auctioned was Romero, an autographed Romero picture it was from Land of the Dead with a Zay Argento on it.
Oh, lovely.
So I grabbed that, and while I was there, because I had to get classic stuff, I also got a Pamela Anderson like autograph from Baywatch. And now that she's like this indie darling, so yeah, she's got to kind of add a renaissance with that new movie she did.
They had George Romero come over here. And I remember they said, just like Stan Lee when he was over here, they said it's probably going to be the only time, because they were both quite elderly then, really. And I always regret not seeing him. Romero, that is.
Yeah, like I was in Ontario when Ray Harryhausen was like going around doing book signings for the books that he had at the time, and that's one of my biggest regrets is not going to the book signing, and because I grew up like idolizing Ray Harryhausen in the films like Sinbad and all that stuff, but I didn't go because I was an idiot.
I knew a woman who went to meet Charlton Heston. She bought his book, and she went to meet him, and they got into an altercation, and basically threw his book at her and told her to leave
Who?
and won't sign it.
For who?
For a friend I had, for a female friend I had years ago. It was actually just a female friend. She went to meet him at the book signing,
Harryhausen?
and she said something, and it really annoyed him. And basically said, "I'm not signing this." Through the book, I said, "Just leave."
Well, they're human. I mean, like at the end of the day, people always say like, "Oh, I didn't had a horrible experience." And I'm back like, "What did you say?"
Well, it's not to say you don't know how their day's gone. You don't know what they've had to put up with. You don't know,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
the truth of
know.
the matter. We're almost hitting to the 2 hour mark, so we're gonna end it now in a second, because StreamYard, and I'm not paying for StreamYard anymore. So shine my
Not paying for
Patreon.
any more, guys.
Help me get expensive StreamYard again. Get me to that level that I can actually do that again and actually start doing this. But I want to thank Malcolm for coming in and joining me today because it has been a blast. It's been way too long, and it's a lot of fun. We got onto all kinds of side tangents, and
we need to do it more. Come on, guys, we need it more.
Yeah, there you go, John. Comment in the comment section down below, share the video, join the Patreon, all that jazzy stuff that lets me know that this is what you guys want to see. This is right over here.
It's
May2December
Malcolm. And over here,
I'm Aaron from the Cult of Cinema. And with that being said, check out my recent videos. I did some cool stuff. Did you see this? My dad comes in. I got to say hi to Malcolm. His son is here in the video.
Yes, I told you. I'm the long lost son. I'm the prodigal son, but he wants.
Dad, miss you. I cannot wait to see you. Cannot wait to see you. Can't wait to see everybody when I visit the good old Rock again, the Rock of the Rock. We have had a blast here today. Let us know if you're watching this and it's not live. What?
Always get salty with you now.
What you want to see on the channel. If you want to see more of us, if you want to see more of these snazzy videos that I'm doing recently that I'm very, very proud of, by the way. I have a new collection video coming out, and I have a mini series coming out partially this month, partially next month, and I got some surprises that you'll see. And I think I'm going to be back for Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel again for the next episode. So we'll be watching Cool as Ice with Vanilla Ice, and Cool.
Good film then.
No, we'll be watching Vanilla Ice film and watch Cool World, which is a good film.
Not really. You too.
Thank you guys for coming in today. With that being said, let's hear a bit from Subscription Sloth before we go out, because it's kind of my thing.
Oh God! Subscription Sloth here. Just want to remind you that I know in the summertime especially it can be super warm and lazy. But if you're liking this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to go that step farther and join the Patreon, there's a link for that down below. You can super sticker, super chat, or donate. But above all, just lie back and enjoy the video, because that's what I'm going to do.
Man, that sloth has an amazingly sexy voice. With that being said, thank you guys. Thank you, Malcolm. I'll see you next time.